Hey there, Superstar Key Sanders here. Are you overwhelmed with all the different strategies that are available? I mean, so many entrepreneurs, they get so overwhelmed because there's just so many strategies available. I mean, they oftentimes, and I was at fault too when I first started out, like I got sidetracked or I had that shiny object syndrome. I saw one expert talking about this strategy, another expert's talking about this strategy that's supposed to help you skyrocket your business, get you all the clients, help you, make six, 7-figure income with your business. And there are just so many different strategies and like, oh my God, which one am I supposed to pick? I mean, I can't do everything. And there's so many entrepreneurs out there that go from one strategy to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And then they're like, oh my God, I don't know how to move forward. I don't know how to go about this. Should I do this? Should I do that? Which strategy should I use? And it's actually pretty tricky. Okay, so there are so many strategies out there. Like I mentioned, there's YouTube, there's lead magnets, virtual summits, webinars, cold calling, email marketing, paid advertising, blogging. There's so many different things. And the key is really finding a strategy that works for you. So don't listen to all of those experts out there that say, you need to do this strategy, you need to do that, this, and this. Really focus on, first of all, you want to determine what strategy is good for you. And then what strategy would be a good fit for your ideal clients. I mean, first of all, you need to know who is your ideal client anyways. And then where are they? What kind of content do they like? Do they prefer maybe just reading blog posts? Do they prefer watching a video? Do they prefer a webinar, teleseminar, summits? What do they prefer? So it's very important to know who is your ideal client. What do they like? What do they want answers to? What are their pain points? What are their challenges? And really from there, you build your strategy around that. So the way you truly go about that, take a pen and paper and write down all the strategies that you can think of. Everything that you can think of, okay? Really make a long list of everything that you have tried in the past that maybe didn't really work out, that you thought about trying, or anything that you can think of. Really write everything down. The next piece is start with a goal. What is your goal for the strategy? Do you want brand awareness, like really increasing your visibility and expert status? Or do you want the strategy to be for lead generation or client acquisition? Really write down the goal. What is the goal that you want to, the ultimate outcome you want to have with the strategy? So for example, if you want brand awareness is really getting people to know, like, and trust you. So for example, this video is more around brand awareness. So you get to know me, so you get to experience what I do, who I am, so you can maybe connect with me like that, like on a vibrational level, on an energy level, so you get to experience, who I am, how I am. But it's really, like a video is really to get in front of your ideal clients, to show them, give them values, get them to know, like, and trust you. So that is around brand awareness. So brand awareness can be YouTube videos, doing your YouTube channel, doing interviews on podcasts, really, getting out there, being perceived as the expert, really raising your expert status that way. You can do press releases, blog writing. You can do even guest blogging, even article writing, or you can do your own podcast. This is all brand awareness. You definitely can get clients from that as well. But the key is really to position yourself as the expert. So when you do a video, when you do blog post writing or article writing, you position yourself as an expert because you're talking about a specific topic that shows that, hey, you know what you're talking about. So this is all about brand awareness. Now, the next thing is like lead generation. Lead generation would be lead magnets, webinars, virtual summits, teleseminars, events. You can even do speaking engagements. Speaking engagements is both brand awareness and also lead generation. And you basically get people on your list. And then you do the email marketing really to inspire people to really work with you that way. Because oftentimes, first time someone sees you, they might not be inclined to really say, yes, I want to work with that person. Yes, she is the one or he is the one that I want to work with. So you need to build up that trust and rapport with them. And the best way to do that is, really get them on your email list and then provide value to them. Really, not just offers, not just pitch, but also provide value. You can send them like newsletters or about different topics. You can do, that's what I'm doing right now, doing a video and sending that to them. That really builds up the trust and rapport with them. So they get to know, like, and trust you through the content that you're providing, through the value that you're providing. So if you're just focusing on, making offers, there might be like, too pushy, too salesy. So you really want to have like an 80-20 split, 80% value, 20% offer. Okay. Now the other one is, another goal could be client acquisition. Do you want to get clients? So if that is your main focus, you might want to do a direct outreach where you directly reach out to people. That can be either through cold calling, warm calling, email, on social media. You can reach out to the people that you're connected with, having a conversation with them. And trying to inspire them to have a complimentary session with you, or discovery session, or whatever you want to call it, or free consultation. You can also do webinars. Webinars is also great for brand awareness, for list building, and client acquisition. So that's really a great strategy for all three of them things. Then email marketing, same thing. Email marketing is really connected with list building, because once they're on your list, you build up the trust and rapport, like I just mentioned, and you can get clients from that. If you mention in your email, if you have like an email sequence, let's say someone gets on your list and you have like an email sequence after that, they also call it a funnel. People get into your list, that's like the top of the funnel, and then you really take them through that funnel, provide that value, and then at the end, you really make an offer. In between, you make an offer to work with you, to get on your calendar, to have a session with you, to have a talk with you, or a conversation with you. So that's really great. Networking is also a great way for client acquisition, because you can go to networking events, and if you find someone that is in your target market, you can ask them for a complimentary session. So really think about, when it comes to those strategies, really think about, what is your goal? If your goal is brand awareness, then, cold calling might not be a good fit for that, because cold calling is more about client acquisition. But really think about, what is your goal with it? And then already also maybe put a number on it. Let's say you want to do cold calling or, direct outreach. Set a goal there. How many conversations do you want to have each week? I mean, you definitely want to have conversations, because if you don't have a conversation, no one is going to know who you are. But really set a goal behind it. What is the ultimate outcome you want to have? Okay, then start with the end in mind. Really, once you really determined what the goal is, and then really fit the strategy that goes with that goal, then really create a plan. Like I just mentioned, set the goal, put a number to it. So if you are going for, let's say, brand awareness, you want to do brand awareness, lead generation, and client acquisition. You want to do one of each. So let's say you can do YouTube. Do one YouTube video each week, or twice a week, and really stick to that schedule. If you want to do lead generation, let's say a lead magnet, you can create a plan around how are you going to promote the lead magnet. You can also promote the lead magnet within your videos, just like, well, if you're doing a blog post, you can mention the lead magnet in that as well. Client acquisition, you can also create a plan around the direct outreach, for example, or webinar. So create a strategy, or pick a strategy that really works for you. Another thing that I would like to mention is, if you're really resisting to giving, for example, interviews or videos, then don't push yourself. I mean, yes, I always tell my clients, you should push yourself. You should step out of your comfort zone. But if it's really something where you sit here, like you're getting all sweaty because, oh my God, you have to talk to the camera, you have to talk to people, oh my God, then that strategy might not be a good strategy for you to use yet. Maybe later on down the road, but as of right now, if this is a strategy that is really very uncomfortable for you, even public speaking, if that really just, makes your stomach turn upside down, that might not be a strategy for you right now. Like I said, you can always implement that strategy at a later time, but it might not be a good strategy for you right now. So pick a strategy that feels good for you, that's a good match with your target audience, that really reaches your target audience, and that really focuses on them, because it's not about you. It's really not all about you. You might have all these great things you want to share, but you have to share the things that your ideal client needs and wants. Otherwise, yes, you've created all this great content, but if no one sees it, then it's really just for you. But you want to really put the effort in to reach your ideal client, to really build up that trust and rapport with them. So, like I said, create a plan around that, and then stick to the strategy. That's another big key. Don't just start a strategy, use it once, and then, oh, it didn't work, it's not working for me, and then you go to the next one. Really perfect it. It's just like with everything in life. Let's say, think of your very first job that you had. Were you an expert right away? No, it took you some time to get used to the job, to, figure out, how to do things and how to perfect it. And it's the same with a strategy. So don't just give up on a strategy just because it's not working right away, or maybe it's not giving you the results that you want. If you're doing everything on your own, maybe consider working with someone. Hire a specialist that can help you with it. For example, if you're doing Facebook ads yourself, you're not getting the return, hire a Facebook Facebook ads expert that can really help you so you get the ROI, the return of investment. Because it's not just the investment money-wise, but also the investment of your time. So work with an expert. If you currently don't work with a coach, hire yourself a coach. Find a coach that can help you with all those strategies. If you are working with a coach, get your coach to look at the things that you're doing and get their input. I mean, that's why you're working with a coach, because they're supposed to help you, implement those strategies and really hold you accountable. But like I said, don't just start a strategy and then quit after the first time. Yes, it might not feel very good if it doesn't get you the results that you want, but really look at it. Okay, where can you improve? What can you do to improve that strategy to really make it work? Because, all of the strategies those experts are talking about, they are proven, they are working. Of course, they're working for them. They might not be working for you right away, but they have gone through a lot of testing, tweaking, changing things around, and really testing. It's all about testing and tweaking. Okay, so really stick with the strategy. So let's kind of go over this real quick again. Write down all the strategies that you can think of. Create a plan, or think about the goal. What is your goal? Brand awareness, lead generation, client acquisition. Then pick the strategies that would match what your goal is. Then create a plan. Put the strategies in place that you want to focus on, and then commit to making it work. I mean, if after a year you still don't, you've been implementing the same strategy and you don't get the results, then that is a good sign that this strategy is really not for you. Or like I said, work with someone. But really keep at it, keep trying it. These strategies that you hear about, that you learn about, there are proven strategies. They are working for other people. They made it work, so you can make it work too. Just stick to it. Don't give up. Now, if you need any help with systems and strategies, I mean, that is my area of expertise. I love systems and strategies. I love implementing the different strategies for my clients, help them implement them. So if you would like to kind of talk about what kind of strategies you could implement, what would be a good fit for your business, and would just like to kind of talk about that, I did include a link, to my calendar or to a complimentary session, so you can schedule a complimentary business breakthrough session with me, so we can talk about, what strategies could you implement, what systems could you implement to, grow your business. Okay. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or leave a comment below. I'm definitely looking forward to reading your comments, and I'll talk to you soon.